about pad thai sauce. Pad thai sauce is the combinations of the sweetness, saltiness from fish sauce or lighter soy sauce, and also we have the umami side, which is the grappi. With it is going to be the shrimp paste, black, sticky, gooey, and a lot of people hate it, but to me, tastes phenomenal. And today, this is all the brand that I'm going to use today. This is called plum sugar. It's kind of like a sugar candy that it's used for Southeast Asians a lot as sweetened. If you take a taste, it's more like a sweet, creamy candy side, aromatic from nutty and earthy. And it's really fun when I think back in my day. This is my candy. Okay, so first thing, I'm gonna preheat my pan. I'm gonna put maybe medium heat on my stove, and I'm gonna start adding my plum sugar. So this is rock and candies. If you crack it, you will hear it. So we need some time for them to melt. I'm gonna make a little bit more. Again, the knife, Chef Kasem knife, made by Shop Champion. And if you guys interested, I put the link down below. I'm gonna add my plum sugar on the pan, like soy sauce. I put pukao tong, which is the seasoning soy sauce. I'm gonna add my tamarind juice. So there's a couple way. If you guys are vegan and vegetarians, this is the good perfect sauce. And if before I adding my fish sauce on inside, or even grappi, which is shrimp paste. So that is the good recipe for you guys. Okay, so this is going to be a really good recipe for vegan and vegetarian group of people. We're gonna take a couple times to let it simmer. The light soy sauce will melt the plum sugar into the sauce, and the tamarind juice will thick up the sauce. And also, like a lot of restaurant we use ketchup to thick and give such a nice and creamy taste back to the sauce. And also, I'm gonna add the oyster sauce to make it more like colorful, and the taste will be riled up. So I'm gonna give it a shake a little bit. Making pad thai sauce at home, oh my god, it's phenomenal. It's kind of like something that I love, and my neighbor always walk by and like, hey, what you doing? Can I take a peek? And of course, it's really fun. And also, there's a bunch of recipe that adding the dry shrimp, and I love dry shrimp very much. So this recipe I'm gonna add it on later on. But I want you to see like before and after I adding everything. So I'm gonna give it shake a little bit, and I feel like my heat is very high, so I'm gonna lower it down. All right. So I'm gonna shake it a little bit to make sure like my sauce is not burned, and I'm gonna gently stir. At this point, you'll see like the color is getting dark, deep, amber side, and it is a good side. The caramelization between the light soy sauce, tamarind juice, and the plum sugar is melting. So I'm gonna taste it. Good. So up to this point, I think this recipe is really good for vegan and vegetarian already. But I'm gonna make at my taste. I'm gonna add my dry shrimp, my oyster sauce, ketchup, my fish sauce, and let it simmer a little bit more. Okay, so I think our sauce is done. This is the texture that I'm looking for. Really pick up the sauce and look at the color is so totally different from the beginning. And after the guppy and all shrimp that gave back the taste is really really good. So I'm gonna let it cool down on the side, and I'm gonna start preheat my pan and also my steam water. Adding this. Okay, so I'm gonna put medium high heat on the stove. I'm gonna add cooking oil. I'm gonna let it cook a little bit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna cook my shrimp first, and then I'm looking for like maybe 70 75% of cooking before I finish on the pan with the sauce and noodles. So um, shrimp shouldn't take that long. Cooking at home is about to practice. The more you know the heat, the salt, the product that you have on hands, the better outcome. And like to me, cooking is starting in my blood. Since I moved here to the States, I've been sharing the story from my grandma that who raised me from young kids until now, and it's really fun to see like my skill getting better and better every day. Means I've been processing, I've been cooking along with other chefs, been sharing and then sharing stories through food, and that is the beauty of cooking. Okay, so my shrimp is start cooking up. I think I'm gonna give another 30 seconds, and then I'm gonna take it up. Look at the color is so nice. It's getting bright orange, cooked shrimp meat, and I'm gonna turn off the heat, put it back, and be waiting for us to use. Okay, put back heat. So same pan, I'm gonna add my sliced shallot, sweet radish, and then I'm gonna stir a little bit. I'm gonna add my 2 eggs. Oh, let's do 3 eggs. Extra. Why not, right? Who doesn't love egg? I'm gonna give it a shake a little bit. So we are creating the scrambled filling to the pans, and on the side I'm gonna lower the heat down. I'm gonna cook my noodles. I have a pot of hot water. I'm gonna cook it and take it back to the pot. So I don't want to overcook my noodles again because we're gonna finish everything in the pan. So make sure, like the noodles probably maybe like 60% of cooking until it's soft. You see, like the rice noodles getting soft right now. I think it is a good textures. So I'm gonna turn off the heat, and then I'm gonna gently transfer back to the pot. I mean to the pan. Okay, put the fire back. So now I'm put my heat back to high heat, and we start to scrub. Take mixture of eggs and shallot and the chico up. I'm gonna start adding my pad thai sauce. Woo! My gosh, it's so good. I'm gonna give it a stir. Sometimes, if I make like seafood pad thai or even chicken pad thai, I love to add my paprika to make a little bit orange and red color. If you don't have it, don't worry, because in Thailand, our pad thai has to be a little bit spicy from the dry chili that we soak in the sauce. Start mixing sauce. Woo! Look at that sauce. Looks so great. And up to this point, as you may see, I'm gonna gently add my shrimp back to the pot. And then I'm gonna let it simmer, drink the sauce inside. The shrimp going to be phenomenal. I love how crunchy the shrimp is. You have a couple options. Either put ground peanuts right now or later on. It doesn't. It's not going to change any texture. But what it does, it's gonna pick up the noodles and it's gonna make pad thai very very good. Okay, so the color getting deep dark, that is a good sign. The sugar and oil is working. So my trick at the end, I'm gonna add my butter. Of course, you hear me right. Butter, Thai food. Why not, right? Back in the day, I used only ghee to cook my food, but now here in the state, butter is such a beautiful thing to have. Yeah, every household has it. Why not, right? So I use butter instead of ghee. But if you have ghee, phenomenal. Tastes so good. Some recipe you see like they have pork lard to cook with. Okay, so I think to me it's time to add my peanut fried shallot, my raw bean sprout, chai, OMG. Mmm, really good. So I'm gonna turn my heat off, stir a little bit. Look at that color. Really beautiful out. Okay, so now time to plate. I really love pad thai shrimp. Like my kids always like ask for noodle dish, and pad thai is one of the things that I love to cook for them. Shrimp is good. Sometimes like I love to add my tofu inside, chicken inside. Why not? And at the restaurant, we have so many options for you guys. Woof! Look at that shrimp. I can drive it on. Very nice. Okay. Okay. All right. Here we go. Pad Thai shrimp. Look closely. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. And normally, like pad thai is always, I always put one piece of lambs on top and extra peanut. Woo! Okay, let's try it out. Oh my gosh, look at the smoke. Woo! I love how the sauce coat the noodles, and when you buy it, you're gonna travel back to Thailand. Let's try. Mmm. Oh my god, so good. Mmm. No share. Cheers. Farmhouse Kitchen.